think my subscribers already know this, but I feel like I have to re-mention it every now and again. This is an analysis of the logic that progresses the events in the story. I understand that a lot of hard work went into every aspect of design in this game, but it's still important to talk about mistakes when they're made. Otherwise, we'll never learn. The interesting ideas are certainly there, but this production desperately needs an editor. Now, before I begin, let's talk about some of the stuff I liked, because I never do that. The house scene with Clementine and Carver was creative and fairly well done. The bridge scene was pretty good. I like how Luke seemed to be trying to make Clementine a stronger and more productive member of the group. That was a nice little touch, even if at times it didn't really make sense. I like how they made references to the old group, even if some were a bit clumsy. The Clementine Peaches joke was pretty funny, and her facial expression made it funnier in a subtle and smart way. I like how the part where Rita teaches Carly the song is done. It made me stop and listen. It was very atmospherically done. I like that a character from 400 Days made an appearance. Bonnie's voice actress is really good. The whole thing with Matthew dying was clever, even if the lead up to the resolution had some dumb parts in it. The knife scene was properly paced. The 8 shots thing was a nice touch in this scene, and I'm glad that Clementine was not a perfect shot. And once this scene got going, it was quite good. Now that I'm done being nice, let's get on to the analysis.
No!
We have to go!
You could have saved him! How could you just leave him?
I could have saved him? What? I'm a tiny little girl. We haven't even entered the actual game yet, and there are already problems. Clementine weighs, what, 70 pounds? How in the world could she possibly be helping? She's not even at the proper leverage to help.
What's the plan here, Nick? What are you doing? Nick!
Is there really a point in not telling me where you're going? You couldn't say, keep pushing for as long as you can. Further, I totally don't believe that this box will hold against the zombies in any way. Maybe if you put more stuff in front of it, but as it stands, this is illogical. He can lift this thing, and he was struggling to keep these zombies out. Fucking Clementine can move this! Now, don't get me wrong, it's totally understandable that he'd be upset having lost his whole family, but somehow this just seems like an illogical way to treat this situation with the little girl with him. And when I say illogical here, I don't mean that the characters are acting illogically, because they're allowed to do that to a certain degree. I mean, there isn't actually enough motivation to cause him to do this.
I wish I was like him. I wish I could just keep moving all the time.
This line was kind of unclear. I wish I was more like he was, or I wished I was like him, would have been better. Yes, I know it's a nitpick, but that's kind of the point!
You can't just sit here and die.
Why not? What does it matter?
You still have Luke and everyone else. They're family. Nick, I need your help. Please.
You're right.
Are you so stupid that after one day of sitting in the shed, you never once considered that other people cared for you? Really? Oh hey, I'm glad all these zombies decided to just waddle about the area instead of trying to continue breaking in. Once they know you're in a building, they have to be distracted, remember?
Oh, thank God. Some retard shot their gun off.
And where did they come from? How did you not see them? They would have been in your line of sight when you walked out the door.
Now look, if we get separated, cabin's only half a mile from here. You can't miss it.
This foreshadowing was not subtle at all, and it was paid off almost immediately. Regardless, I'm glad we actually see him tell her where the building was. Otherwise, there would have been a disconnect in logic.
Come on, you fucks! Look at me! Get the fuck out of here! I said get the fuck out of here!
Let me identify the elephant in the room. The people in The Walking Dead have it easy. The people out to get them are walking. If you have the ability to break into a light jog, you can survive in that world.
The strength of these zombies is starting to get really inconsistent. I mean, they can wrestle with Lee, but they get body checked by an 11-year-old? I don't really want to criticize this sort of stuff, but I guess I'll do it just this one time. The pacing, voice acting, and editing were just all wrong here.
It's so cool. Take one of me. Come on, take one of me. Please? Pose, okay? What's wrong? Where's my dad? He'll be fine. Are you sure? Sorry, I just need to... You want to see what I found? Will you show me how to use it? I need to know sometime. You should let your dad teach you. Hey, Luke's back!
That's not really what I make these videos to point out, but I really feel like it deserved to mention. Like, they just awkwardly stumble between narrative beats, and it's just wrong. These beats are just moving way too fast into one another. There's not really enough time to get involved in any one idea. As soon as you're starting to get immersed, it's like, hey, look over there, the next plot point. Now, I'm not sure how many of you actually write, but I'm currently working on writing something in the Telltale style. And it's not easy to stay in one scene for that long. It's kinda hard. Others have told me I'm quite good at writing, but I'll admit, I do struggle with this aspect. But I don't just accept that and move on anyway. I think and develop the scene further despite how hard it is.
What was that?
I thought you said nobody's here.
It's probably just the wind.
Now, Carver, what the hell makes you think you have the right to do that? If you're trying to put on this facade that you're harmless, you don't just go pointing guns into someone else's house without explaining what you're doing. You could have said, "Little girl, be careful. I think there's someone intruding in your house."
The fuck you do?
Hey, Clem. Sorry if I gave you some shit back there.
All the time now.
It's fucking crazy. Pardon my French.
Do you guys talk to Carly like this? Then why do you think it's fine to talk to Clem like this? Because her father's not here? So you've just been itching to swear at little girls for so long that you're getting it all out on Clem?
You know, none of us would make it on our own. Sometimes it's hard knowing just how dependent I am on everyone. I'm not used to that. I'm not comfortable with that.
2 years. You're not comfortable with that after 2 years. How did this zombie's weight not push the door in when Clementine moved the box? There was nothing keeping that door closed, and her weight would have pushed it open. Call his name. Call his name.
I figure we got about 4 or 5 days to reach those mountains. Now, if they're tracking us, we should be able to lose them up there.
5 days?
It's gonna be okay, Beck.
We have to keep moving now. It's our only choice.
It's gonna take 5 days. 5 days later. Now, I have a problem with that just because it's kind of farcical how quickly they move between it's gonna take 5 days and the 5 days later bit. There should have been another couple of lines or another small segment of the scene that happens, otherwise it just seems kind of awkward.
See anything?
She better see something. We've been walking for a damn week.
We've got to find some shelter.
Why is Clementine doing this? Oh, right, it's because she's the protagonist. Got it.
We have to cross that bridge. Let's go.
Hold on now. We can't all go sprinting across that thing, okay? We get spotted out there, we're gonna be trapped.
Going around that lake will take too long.
Right, but Look, we've got no idea who's out there. Okay, I'm gonna sneak across, make sure it's clear before we bring the whole group over. Clem and I can scoot across low and slow, make sure nobody's waiting for us on the other side.
Wouldn't that be at least 100 times more suspicious if 2 people are sneaking around rather than 7 people just walking around?
Hey, sorry about that. I could really use your eyes, and right now I don't trust Nick to tie his own shoes.
You don't trust him? Why? And how is Alvin fat after all this time? That post-apocalyptic diet getting him all fattened up? He's only fat and awkward so we don't expect him to do anything. He's a useless character. Now, Luke should have been able to feel that these boards were being sketchy. They wouldn't just suddenly break with him still believing that he could stand on them. For what it's worth, once we got to this point, aside from the sketchy fall, this was an interesting little segment. Lots of movement, lots of tension. The lead up was kind of poor though.
You folks headed north like everyone else?
Everyone else?
I see at least one group a day move through here.
One group a day and there's still zombies? Gosh, dang it.
What the fuck, man?
What the hell is he doing? No, he's with us. Nick! No!
Put it down!
Don't shoot!
This segment just kind of fell flat for me.
He fell off the damn bridge?
We have to keep moving.
I can't. I need a minute.
You just had a minute while you were waiting for them to clear the bridge.
Hey, Clem, you got anything to eat? Beck's dying here.
Why would Clementine have anything to eat, you stupid weirdo?
It's fucking crazy. Pardon my French.
That man said he had food in the station.
Mind checking it out? Maybe we could spend the night here.
I am a child. Gosh dang it.
Thanks, Clem.
No, you're the adult. You go.
I guess he slept here. It's dead.
Did you check the batteries? Where are all the zombies? You said that gunshot would attract zombies, and there are no zombies. Shouldn't someone be keeping watch?
Clear shot! That shot rang out for miles. We gotta get off this bridge. Let's go.
Hey you have a gun. Shouldn't you be keeping watch? Hey guys, remember when Carly said she likes books? Carly likes books, so there's books in here for some reason.
Guess he did have food. Man, fuck Nick.
Yeah, man, fuck Nick. This conversation starter is so unnatural.
All the time now.
It's fucking crazy. Pardon my French. It's a shame. Nick was a good guy. He's still a good guy. He's just losing it. God knows we're not perfect. Hell, I'm glad you're with us, Clementine.
You are stupid. How have you idiots made it this far? Really? I mean, you think this girl was an idiot? These people are idiots. How? How did you make it this far?
The hell is that?
Walkers.
We got a problem here.
Oh look, zombies! Who could have predicted that that would happen? Why aren't the zombies falling through? These boards are apparently super sketchy and none of these zombies are falling through.
Made it!
Really? Come on, she couldn't pull it out of the backpack she has on her? Gosh dang it. You don't have a lookout again. Why don't you have a lookout? Ben, the walking liability could get this stuff right.
Listen, everyone, just stay
Who
calm.
are you? Are you trying to rob us?
Excuse me, honey, but do I look like a fucking thief?
What kind of question is that?
Everyone calm down.
Hey, man, you calm the fuck down.
Sarah, get behind me.
Just tell us who you are.
We ain't here to rob nobody. And put the gun down, man.
Fuck that.
Whoa.
This confrontation escalated quickly because everyone decided to be confrontational for no reason.
Kenny!
Kenny and Sarita have been staying with us for several weeks. Used to be a ski lodge, obviously, so we have plenty of food. And believe it or not, we still get some power from that wind turbine out front.
How would other people have not been gathering to this place? You have plenty of food, you have renewable electricity. Better yet, why would no one try to kill you?
Hell. He was a hell of a guy. When my son, well, he helped me do the right thing. I'll never forget that.
Hey guys, you remember those other games? Gotta remind you of those other games real quick, in case you forgot.
And then I met Sarita, thank God.
I thought Kenny was a Christian. Why is he not capitalizing the G in God in his subtitles?
Gosh, it's great to have you back.
You two catching up?
Yes, we are, actually, thank you. What are you doing here? Oh, you're a new character we have to meet.
Los, right? Mind if I steal your daughter for a secret mission?
What kind of question is that?
Can we do anything to help?
Could use a hand outside. We got a lot of supplies to bring in before that storm hits.
From where? Hey, I asked you a question. What supplies? Why did you leave the supplies outside? Answer me!
Sure.
Clem, why don't you help Walt with dinner?
Finally something normal to ask a child to do.
He and Sarita have been a huge help. Matthew and I barely knew what to do around here the first week.
What do you mean the first week? Hey, I asked you a question. What do you mean the first week? You mean the first week of an infection? Because Kenny wasn't there.
He was with Lee? Yeah, he only told us a little. Connecting with people is so important. I don't know what I'd do without Matthew. Gosh, you remind me of my students.
Why can't any of these conversations sound normal?
Anyway, I'll take it from here.
You left the stove on. Hey! Hey, you left the stove on! Turn it off, you'll burn the house down. Why do none of the adults, especially Kenny, question why Clementine is covered in blood?
Perfect. Now we just need the topper.
If you just need a tree topper, then why are you still decorating? Why don't you go looking for a tree topper? Instead of having Clementine go do creepy shepherd side quests.
Honey, I don't feel so good.
Beck, what's wrong?
I just need something to drink.
You got it. I'll be right back.
You sure? I can go get it for you if you want. I am the protagonist after all.
I think I can manage, Ken.
I said I got it.
Always has to play the gentleman. But I'll tell you, when I met him, he couldn't lift a fly. Why don't you go see if your friends are ready for dinner, Clementine?
Why can't anyone talk normally?
I can't even take care of myself. How am I supposed to raise a child?
Why are you just now wondering this after 9 months? And why are you asking a child? Oh right, it's because I'm the protagonist.
If he finds out it's not his, he'll kill me.
Why are you telling me this? Oh, it's because I'm the protagonist.
I don't know what to do. I can't believe I'm asking a little girl for advice.
Neither can I, but it's because I'm the protagonist. Hey, where are you guys going? Did you already finish your food?
Peaches and beans. Great for nutrition. Not too great on the way out, though, I tell you. So, it's Luke and Nick.
What kind of fucking transition was that?
Actually, we were thinking of moving on. Somewhere up north. You ever heard of a place called Wellington?
Why, as a matter of fact, I am. I am the protagonist, after all.
Supposed to be a big camp up near Michigan.
Michigan?
You got a hearing problem, kid? Yeah, Michigan.
Are you bipolar now or something?
It may take a little time, but that's just how these things work. Everything will be fine. Listen, relationships are like any machine. You don't throw them out when they break down. You get your hands dirty and you grease the wheels.
Why doesn't anyone talk normally?
We have to keep moving.
Clementine, in this world, you don't have to do anything. They say the world is over, but I'll tell you a secret. It's not. People are more political now than they ever were before.
Why doesn't anyone talk normally?
All we can do is continue to learn from each other, to empathize, and use our heads. All war is a symptom of man's failure as a thinking animal. Steinbeck. Have you read him? Well, we have plenty of time to catch you up on your reading.
Why can't you just talk normally?
In any case, the point is, as long as we have our wits about us, we can always make the right choice. Right?
Right.
I think this scene was supposed to have been spoken in some sort of hushed, sincere tone, while sitting next to each other at sunset. It just seems like it would have been delivered a lot better that way.
Please, do you have any food?
Are you okay?
I saw the house and I have a family. We're starving. We live down there.
But wait a minute, my Bonnie joined the colony on day 400. Why is she out here? Is the colony destroyed? Is this the same colony? That could be interesting.
Thank you. Really, but that storm will be on us soon, and I gotta get back to my family.
I'll bring something out to you then.
You don't have to do that.
No, it's fine.
What about your people?
We've got plenty. You stay put. I'll be right back.
Why in the world would a ski resort have a ton of canned food?
He saved my life.
How the fuck did you not see him? And why are you out here?
The storm's got it spinning out of control. That sound's gonna draw walkers. We gotta shut it down now.
This one I'm not sure about. Is that even possible? Regardless, how has this not happened before? They've never had a storm come through here? If it has happened before, then they would have shut it off before the storm came through.
What the hell was that?
Damn it! Transformer must have gone.
Now, I've been around when a transformer blows. It sounds like a bomb. It's not just a little...
I'm going to...
No! It's too dangerous. Rest of you, get this thing shut down.
Does anyone know how to do this? Great.
I can do it.
Okay, we'll watch your back. Nick, scan the trees with me.
No, that's not your response. Your response is, what? Or, are you sure? Not? Okay, thanks, lol, bye.
Dang, it's too dark.
It was a fucking key? How could you not figure this out? And how could you tell that you couldn't if you couldn't see it? Why were you turned towards the house? What were you looking at in the house? Is there something in the house that we're not aware of? Now again, the house scene was tense and well executed. It's pretty much a movie, but pretty much a movie can still be well paced and told correctly, which it certainly was. At the very least, it has a few actual choices that affect the game.
Where's Luke? Finally cut and run, huh?
No, don't you know, it was inconvenient for the story for him to be here, so he never came back after hearing automatic gunfire. And that's about everything I noticed. Now, I just want to mention again, there are a lot of good ideas, a lot of creative stuff here, and a lot of talent going into this production. But they need to hire an editor. These are obvious, and I will admit, it is hard to see these problems when you're looking at something for so long, which is why you need an editor. You need someone on, just one person for all of your productions. What you need is an editor, just one editor who on all of your productions will not be involved with the story until the writers bring them the story and they look at it with objective eyes and point out all of the mistakes in it. And then The writers can go back to the drawing board and come up with fixes for them, or the editor could suggest fixes, and then bring back a new story to be edited again. This is just how writing things is supposed to go. And there's a reason that people do it, because it catches all of these mistakes in the plot. Thanks for watching, everyone. I don't like to hate on Telltale, because they produce some creative stuff in a style that people don't do anymore, or at least do well, and I really like the games. It's just, we just have to call out when they make mistakes. If you liked this video, I have more like them, and I am taking suggestions now as to what to do next. I'm considering Breaking Bad, because that also has a lot to analyze in it. So, leave your suggestions, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.